Yellowjacket men returning home briefly before going back on the road for two more GNAC games. Sven, talk about the two games last week. You lost against Northwest Nazarene, but you rebounded with a nice 30-point win at Central Washington.
Yeah, I think we played good against Nazarene. Just didn't make enough shots down the stretch, and that big guy, he just killed us in the post. And well, it was a tough game. It's always a grind. Every game is a grind, and we just couldn't make enough plays down the stretch against Nazarene. But then we bounced back against Central Washington and just put it all together, played good as a team. Preston had a monster night and lifted us all, and we all played good and just got our first win ever at Central Washington. It was awesome.
As you mentioned, Preston Beverly, a big game in each of the games, but it was a lot of different players giving you some big numbers, yourself included. You had a career-high 17 against Northwest Nazarene. Talk about what was working for you, what felt good in that game for you.
I just tried to do my job. My job is to guard the best player on the wing every night and go to the offensive board, and then it just let the offensive game come to me. And then they had some big guys guarding me in the second half. I just took that as an advantage to go to the rim and finish at the rim, and I just tried to do my job, and then the offensive game just came with it, and it was good.
A really good play from the guards all over the team last week. Jay Sanderson had a couple big games. Then Kendall Denham played maybe the best game of his career. He had 19 points, 7 rebounds, and no turnovers. Talk about those two, Kendall against Central Washington and the guards.
Well, Jace and Kendall are always good. They're always good leaders for the team. They always give everything they have. And Jace, I think he made all of the threes against Central Washington. He's just a great shooter and a great leader as a senior. And Kendall, he just was really aggressive and made his shots, and he just had that swagger back he had all season long pretty much, and he just played great.
Now you go on the road to Alaska, your longest trip of the year. You beat both of these teams here at home, but they were both very close games. Are you expecting very similar games competitively, and what's it going to take to get a win or two wins on the road?
It's definitely going to be hard again. I mean, every game in the GNAC is hard, especially right now at the end of the season in February. Every team has all their sets in, all their plays in. Every team knows every team. We already have been through that first half, and every team has played every team, so every team knows what the other team is doing. So it's just about making more plays than the other team. Every team in the GNAC can beat every team. It's just really close, and it's going to be tough. Both games going to be tough. Our goal is just to focus on Thursday, go 1-0 there, and then go from there.
Yeah, I thought we played really well last week, both games. Northwest Nazarene, we played well. I mean, we took 74 shots and I think had maybe 8 turnovers, but we're playing at the pace we want to play at. We're getting up and down, and we just didn't make enough shots. We were 11 for 37 from 3, but the fact that we got up that many shots tells me that we're playing at the pace we want to play at. Obviously, I think defensively we could have, they hurt us inside and they got to the free throw line a little bit, and obviously we, looking back, probably should have made a little bit better of adjustment as far as their big man kind of hurt us inside. But as far as taking care of the ball and playing the way we wanted to play, I was pretty pleased with how we played Thursday night. We just didn't make enough shots, and that carried over to Saturday. Saturday, the difference was we didn't get hurt as bad inside. Obviously, defensively, I thought both nights we guarded the 3-point line really well. If you look, Northwest Nazarene made 3, and Central Washington made 1. And offensively, we played the exact same way we did Saturday night that we did Thursday night. I think we got 72 shots up, only had 6 turnovers. So for the weekend, we only had 14 turnovers. And Saturday, we just obviously made shots. 14 for 29 from 3. And I think a bright side of it is Mark Matthews, who's our second leading scorer, kind of our second option offensively that we go to. Really struggled shooting the basketball last weekend, and we still had had chances to win Thursday, and it was never in doubt Saturday. So if we can get him going, keep playing the way we're playing, I'm excited about the next 6 games.
Talk about the individual performance of Preston Beverly as of late. He really seems like he's peaking, probably the best stretch of his career right now. Just another monster weekend for him. He's really your go-to.
Preston right now is at another level. I mean, he's a guy that, I know he's got the GNAC Player of the Week twice, but it seems like every single week you're sitting back, you're saying, well, his stats are just unbelievable. The other night at about the 12, I think it was the 12-minute mark against Central Washington. We looked up and he had 30. He had 30 at the under 12 media at Central Washington in the second half. Defensively, he had 7 blocks Thursday night. Then he comes back on Saturday and has 6 assists. But more importantly, is no turnovers Saturday. He's a guy that tries, every once in a while will force a pass here and there and maybe force a drive. And he had no turnovers. He's playing at an extremely high level. We're running a lot of our stuff through him. Most of our actions and most of the things we're running finalize, with some sort of touch for Preston. But he's also, like I've always said, players win games and players make plays. It's not the plays that do it. And he's playing at an extremely high level, and for a sophomore to be playing at this level, putting up the numbers he has, is really, really impressive. And one thing we've talked to Preston a lot about, and Mark especially, is when those two guys are good and when they're going well, they make everybody else on the team better. So it's some added pressure. They know that not only do they need to play well for us to succeed, but when they're playing well, Kendall's better, Jace is better, Kamal's better. So there's some pressure on those guys not only to bring them to make sure they're playing well, but when they do play well, others play well. So 6 games to go, 3 weeks to go. We need to get the same kind of effort out of Preston that he's been bringing, just because he just makes everybody else better.
2 very competitive games against the Alaska schools here at Alterowitz Gym. Jackets came out on the winning end of both of them. I'm sure you expect very similar contests in Alaska, both 2 of the very toughest teams in the conference this week.
Well, it's February, and like we say, this time of year, there's no secrets. Both Alaska and Alaska Anchorage know everything we do. We feel like we have a good grasp and know what they're trying to do on both ends of the court. There's just not a lot of secrets this time of year. No one's going in their office on Monday morning and talking about putting in new offense, new defense, and new game plans, and new team culture. You're not doing those things. You're basically trusting what you've been doing since September 7th. Trust what you're building, trying to keep your guys fresh, trying to keep their minds fresh, trying to keep their legs fresh. And at this time of year, it's about, we say it's about 3 things. It's about the heart, it's about being gritty. It's about your head, having your mind right. And the last thing is, it's about making shots. And, you have to go out and make shots because there's just no secrets at this time of year. And that's why February conference basketball, college basketball is so fun. And if you turn on TV on the weekend, you see so many teams being upset and top-rated teams being upset at home. And that's because it's conference basketball, and it's because there's no secrets. And it's just about going out and making shots and who's the better team on that given day. So we expect that from both these Alaska schools. They're both really good. They're both coming off sweeps. They both beat Western Washington and Simon Fraser. And they play each other tomorrow. So there'll be a little game in between before they start preparing for us. They got to prepare for each other first. And then we expect 2 really gritty conference games. It's going to be a grind. And we're looking forward to the trip. But we know we have to continue to play well, play hard, and then make shots.